magnetic contactor. Now, what is a magnetic contactor? That is an electromechanical relay. That is according to the book. And this is used merely to as a path of current from the circuit breaker going to your motor. Okay? So, this today I'm going to dismantle or disassemble a magnetic contactor so that you will see what is inside. And at the same time, as what I have told you in my previous videos, that it is very easy for us, technician, electrician, to design circuits if we know the principle behind it. Okay? And at the same time, it is very easy for us to troubleshoot and repair. That is one advantage if you know how to disassemble and you know how it is constructed inside. But mind you, there are different types of contactors or different brands. Well, they are different in construction, but they have the same principle of operation. So I have here a magnetic starter. Now we call this, this is under full voltage magnetic starter, and we call this one as the direct online magnetic starter or across the line magnetic starter. So we have here your magnetic contactor. This is the one that we will discuss, or I will explain. And then you have here the overload relay, and then you have here the push button. Okay. Now, but I'm going to focus on magnetic contactor. In a magnetic contactor, it looks like this. Though this is the magnetic starter, the magnetic across the line or direct online starter. You have here the power circuit, and then you have here the control circuit. Anyway, I will discuss this. At the same time, I already prepared a magnetic contactor, overload relay, as well as the push button. I connect it, and to let you see how it is done. Okay, so you have here, this is a tri-phase. You have here the circuit breaker, you have here the magnetic contactor, you have here the overload relay, and then of course you have the motor. That is in the power circuit. In the control circuit, you have here the overload contact, where you will get it from the overload relay. Then you have your push buttons here, these two. And then of course, you have your magnetic coil or holding coil. And then here, this is an auxiliary contact. So anyway, I will discuss the terminal mark in the magnetic contactor, and then you will know where it is located in a magnetic contactor. And then this will serve as the maintaining contact, of course. So you have the control circuit. So if you want to connect this, line 1 will be connected somewhere here, and then line 2 will be connected here. Now remember, control circuit is a single phase. Now, if you want to connect tri-phase, of course you connect line 1 line to line 3. But if that is only a single phase, then you will use line 1 or line 2, or if not, line 1 and line 3. That is for single phase. Okay? So, this is our, what we call the power and the control circuit. So, this morning, I will be discussing with you the magnetic contactor. But I want you to know first how it is arranged, particularly contact. Okay, here. Most of the contactors, remember, the contactors always have main contacts. 3 main contacts. Okay? So you have here. So you have 3 main contacts. That one. So you have your 3 main contacts. And then you will know the main contacts and the auxiliary contacts by looking only the terminal mark or number. So if that is main contacts, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you can see 1 to 6, that are main contacts. Now, there is a minimum number of contacts in a contactor. And again, minimum contacts. There is one auxiliary contact here. This is 13 and this is 14. So there is no contactor that do not have auxiliary contact. normally open because there is really a purpose for this, no? Now, I will cite you an example. This one. You have this. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or line 1, line 2, line 3. You have here. And then you have your 13 and 14, which is your auxiliary contact. So you have the minimum. And then here, you have also the A1 and A2, or the terminal for your holding or magnetic coil. Okay? Well, anyway, I will open this so that you can see inside. And then another one, there is also a contactor that having normally open auxiliary contact and normally closed auxiliary contact, like this. So there are 4, no? 3 main contacts, 1 normally open, 1 normally closed. So this one here, this is number 21, and then 22. Now remember, this is standard markings for contactor. Okay? So you have 1 normally open auxiliary, 1 normally closed auxiliary, and 3 main contacts. There are also contactor that having 2 normally, or 2 auxiliary contacts normally open and 2 auxiliary contacts normally closed. So far, that is the common, no? The common number of auxiliary contacts in a contactor. So you will have 2 contactors here. So the arrangement will be like this, no? Okay. I am going to give you also the numbering. Like that. So this is your close, that is your close, and then you have your open here, that one. So this will serve as the maximum so far. So here you have 13, 14, okay, and then this one is your 21, 22, while this one will become your 31, 32, and this one will become your 41, 42. So you will also observe that the auxiliary contacts having big numbers, no? Big numbers. So these are the maximum number of magnetic contactor. So this is the contact arrangement of your magnetic contactor. Now, for the maximum, no? For the maximum, we have this. You have this. You have the 3 main contacts, and the auxiliary contacts are found here. You have here. But sometimes there are manufacturers, they are not having the same terminal mark in an auxiliary contacts. I introduced to you 13, 14, 21, 22, 31, 32, 41, 42. But if you will look at this kind of brand, no? This is a Japanese brand, no? So for the normally closed, you have here 1920. And for the normally open, you have 17, and then 18. And then of course, at here, the normally closed, you have here 15, 16, while here, you have 13, 14 for normally open. So it depends, okay? It depends of the type, brand of a contactor. But again, there are so many brands, like for instance, this is a Kasuga brand, then you have also the Shilin, then you have also the Fuji, you have also another A&B, no? You have, in fact, you have also LG, like that, A&B, Klachner and Mueller. So these are the brands of magnetic contactors. But remember, they have the same principle of operation. Okay? So, for instance, this one. You before I will open this, no? Before I will open this, let us energize first. You have our we have here our power cord, no? Then I'm going to energize this. The terminal here is this one for holding coil, this one and this one for this contactor. But if you have also this contactor, you have your terminal A1 and A2 for your holding coil. Then for this also, you have that one. So it depends, no? Sometimes there's a contactor that the A1 or the terminal 1 of your holding coil here, and then the other one is at the back. So it depends, okay? So you have here the magnetic contactors. So I'm going to energize this and then try to observe, okay? I will energize this, then try to observe. Remember, the normal the main contacts are normally open. So of course, when this will energize, this will attract, then the contactor will of course touch the two contacts, or I mean the two terminals here, no? Okay, now this is already live wires, line 1 and line 2, 220 volts. So this one, this kind of contactor is a 220 volt contactor, meaning the holding coil. So if I'm going to energize the line 1 or the terminal 1 and terminal 2, look at this. This is a loose contact. Okay. This one, I will try to check this. Okay, here. So look at this one, no? You have this. We'll try to check. Excuse me. I think there is no power here. There is something wrong with my... Now we need to be careful, no? We need to be careful because sometimes we thought that there is already current, but there is none. So I will try to check first. Oh, the power cord is defective. But again, every time you will make connections, no, or install, don't ever forget to bring this BOM tester. So I'm going to test if there is power. Okay. So this is 220, so I will adjust my BOM tester into 250 volt AC. Then I will test this one. That one, there is none. So there is no power. Look at this. See? There is no power. So there is a loose contact here. Or maybe there is something wrong with my convenience outlet. So there is no... So I'm going to change this. Okay, yeah. So I have another one. I have this. So let us try. So let us test. So the precaution here is before you will test anything or before you will assemble and install, check first everything. Okay. So meaning the true ball is our power cord. So you have here. So we will try to test this one. Look at this, oh. Look at this. Now, to let you see the actual, I said the main contacts are open, right? So I'm going to test. Let us test this one. We have here the adjust it to ohmmeter, or we will connect this to an ohmmeter. But this is the ohmmeter now serve as our continuity tester. Let us find out if this contactor is good. I said the main contacts are normally open. So without energizing the holding coil, main contacts are open. But once it will energize, the main contacts will become closed. Okay? So I will test this. Look at this. So I will test that one. So there is no continuity. But if I'm going to press this, that one, like that, see, there is continuity. So we will do that in actual. So I will energize this like that. Okay. Okay. So let us test. Remember, a while ago, these are normally open. This time, see, already closed. See? Now, we are not getting the resistance, we are getting the continuity. Meaning to say, the main contacts are good. Now, in this portion here, this one, this is your normally open, then because it is closed, that become, energized, so that become closed. Okay, here. Now, I'm sorry, the contacts are dirty, so I need to clean that one first. So this one, this is your normally closed, because it is already energized, it becomes open. Okay, so that one. So this is your normally open, normally closed, that one. When I press this here, it opens. So these are auxiliary contacts here, you have auxiliary contacts there. Okay. Now, let us see what is inside of this contactor. By the way, this is a big contactor. Now, remember, this is very expensive. I do not know how much is this, but my estimate is maybe this is 3,000 pesos for this alone. Because this is good for 220, this is good for, how many kilo? 220, this is good for 19 kilowatts. This is for 19 kilowatts. So, more or less, this is good for 25 horsepower. Okay? 25 horsepower. Now, what you are going to do is try to familiarize. Remember, it has different brand, different construction. In fact, you have a screw here, you have the screw here, and then there is also another contactor wherein you don't have the screw. But, what you are going to do is, it is only clip like this. So, pull this one, and then you can remove. But here, there is a screw. Okay, so we have here, now this is on how to open this type of contactor, of course, brand. But remember, if you try it first, when you open for the first time, then you are not familiar with the contactor, then try to remember, all the screw. Okay. Now remember, this is good for 25 horsepower. Look at that. Okay, so I already removed it. Yeah. So you have this one. So you will notice that inside you have here the core. This is what we call the A core. No? This is actually you have the metal here, the A core. And then you have your holding coil. Then that is why you have your the terminal 1 and terminal 2 of your holding coil. So this is rated 220. Okay? Now, for you have here the spring. That is why you will notice a while ago when I push this one, it will go back. Why? Because of this spring tension. Then sometimes you will also observe here that it is rusty. So what you are going to do is you clean this, because if that is rusty, there is no proper contact. So what will happen? It will chatter, it will vibrate. Okay? It will vibrate. Okay? So this one, this will be served as your, this portion here, we call it armature. This one, armature. Now, do not ever think when we see armature, that is always rotation. No, it's not. There are two types of armature. One is linear, like that. So this is linear type armature, and then the other one is rotary, that will turn. Okay, so you have this tension here. Now, you have also here the contact inside. We can open this. Now, I will open this one. Now, remember, when you open, try to secure all the parts. And then try to remember that. Okay, so I will open this one, the top, so that you can see the contact. That. Very. Okay. You know, it is really nice, no, to attempt to open all the type of contactors, all the brands, so that you can familiar. You can also differentiate, no, and then you can determine what contactor is really good or not. Okay, here. So these are your contacts. Now the contacts here is already very dirty. So before you will use this, if possible, you clean everything, no? And then in cleaning this one, there is also technique. Look at this. This is the contact here. Now this is made of silver, this one. Okay? So if I'm going to condition this, then I have to dismantle everything, remove everything, and then clean the contact. Now there is a proper way in cleaning the contact. No? You will be taught on how to do it. So this is your main contacts. So because of the spring, it will go back. Okay? So once it will energize, of course, this one will attract here because the core here will become electromagnet. Now, what is electromagnet? Electromagnet is a device that is influenced by electric current through induction. So this one, your metal, this is also a metal. Of course, when this is energized, this will become a magnetic field, then it will attract. Now remember, this is not a solid core, no? This is laminated, meaning to say, sapaw. And then you will also observe that there is a ring here. There is a ring. Oh, look at this. There is a ring. Now what is the purpose? This is what we call shaded coil. Now, what is the purpose of this shaded coil? If you don't have this shaded coil here, no? If you don't have the shaded coil, this will vibrate. Now, remember, this is AC. So, I will illustrate to you. Okay? You have here. Atong isa. The red one. Okay. Yeah, now, let us illustrate. Why is it that this is very important? This shaded coil here. Now, if you have the AC like that, if that is AC, it looks like this. Diba? That is alternating current. So, maybe this is positive side, this is negative in the AC. Now, this is called alternating current because there is current here. Once it will reach here, it will cut. Then another current, it will cut. Okay? So that is why it is called alternating current. So if you will switch on this without this ring here, shaded coil, what will happen? It will vibrate. So in order to maintain, because you are having a AC source, so in order to maintain the attraction, then we need this. So once this is energized, there's current here that will induce to this ring. So the ring here will look like this. So this is now your shaded. Like that. So look at that. So this portion here will no longer cut because of the shaded coil. So what will happen? It will always attract. Okay? So that is the principle. So this is your shaded coil. No, this is your shaded coil. That is the purpose. Now, there are two reasons why the magnetic contactor will chatter. First, maybe loss. The shaded coil is lost, no luag. And then maybe dirty or rusty. So that's the two reasons why the contactor is vibrating or chattering. But another one that is not a trouble. I said be careful on this, no? Try to check the rated voltage of your holding coil. Because if this is 440 coil, this is a 440 coil, then what will happen? It will also channel like that. Why? Because 440, then you connect to 220, of course it will not attract properly. So possible this is 440, your power source is also 440. Okay? So that is the inside parts of your magnetic contactor. So again, you have here the contact. No, you have here the contact here, then you have also another contact. So you have your, let us say, you have your circuit breaker here, and then you have your overload relay like this. The overload relay is somewhere connected in series. You have your magnetic contactor, then overload, and then after that, from here, from the overload relay, you will have the motor, then you have your circuit breaker. Okay, so if this is normally open, so magnetic contactor is considered as the path of electric current. Okay, path of electric current, where the current is flowing or passing, going to your loop. So that is it. Okay, so we have now here the power circuit. Actually, we have here the power circuit. So I'm going to explain that to you when we started connecting a magnetic magnetic starter or direct online starter. So that is our magnetic contactor. Now, I will also open the other one, the clip type, this one. By the way, I will return this one first, okay? So don't ever forget to put this one first. You have that. Assemble and disassembling magnetic contactor. Okay. Now, always remember how it is being opened. Okay. Yan. Then return this. Screw. This is assembling and disassembling magnetic contactor. Like that. Okay. Then, if you have a power tool, much better, no? If you have a power tool, so you will not screw this manually. Tight it. Okay. See? So I will energize first, no? So that you will see how it is contacted, this one, this portion here. Now remember, the contact is dirty, so there's a possibility that there is no contact here. So what you will do is clean. So observe, okay? So you have here, look at this, no? Look at this, no? So normally closed, so when it is energized, that will become open. So if you have line 1, line 2, line 3 here, the current will pass through to your motor. Okay, so let us try. Let us try. We have a motor here. Okay. We have a motor here. This one. That one here. Then remember, you have the holding coil at the back. One. Then you have here the motor. I will place it here. Look at the motor. I will place it here. Now this is without the control circuit. I will energize immediately the power circuit. Okay? I mean the holding coil without the control circuit. There is no push button here. So I will try to energize the holding coil just to let you see the connection. Okay? So you have here the power cord. We have the power cord here for the connecting leads. So remember, I encourage you, if you have time, you can come to our house, but because we are not allowed to go to our school. But don't ever forget that you will have your Weber, so that you will connect this in actual. No? Then if you want to know our place, try to PM me. I have already the number, or you may ask it from your messenger. Then I'm going to give you my number. And then if you are interested to connect, because I have plenty of instructional materials here, because I choose work from home, so I discuss this in my home, not in the school. Okay, so you have here, oh, look at this, observe the motor, then I will energize this. As what I have told you, the magnetic contactor will only serve as the what, the path of electric current. Like this. So the motor is running, so this is already closed. Okay, so I will disconnect. Now remember this, oh, you have this, the line 1 and terminal 1, terminal 2 of your holding coil, and then you have the overload relay, and this is without the power or the control circuit. Look at this, oh. So I will on. Of course, this is only for one direction, because there is also a magnetic starter intended for forward reverse. Okay, so that is the our magnetic contactor, how it works, the functions, no, of your magnetic contactor. Again, you have this, return this one to the cover. Now this is the caption. These are the information about this contactor. So try to read that. Then okay, so again you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is, or that are main contacts. So this is our magnetic contactor. If you have any questions, try ask it through our group chat, no? Then or maybe my messenger, or you can even call me, because I give you already my number for clarification. But I am also encouraging each one of you. You know, I am a kind of teacher that I am not satisfied if I can't see my student, no, connecting the actual connections. But because of this pandemic, then we will be more on lecture. But anyway, at least you know. And a reminder, you know, when you open the YouTube, there are many instructors, technicians are also doing the same. So you may also look at the YouTube, so that it will add more information about this assembling and assembling, and then of course the functions and the uses of magnetic contactors. So that's all. Then thank you, and God bless us all.